Guys, how we doing? I'm Ryan Mack. Welcome back to Train, guys. I am feeling much fucking better today, as you can probably see from my energy. Man, last week was grim. I do still have a bit of a chest infection, but I'm at the end of it, and you can tell a mile away. Last week, when I was making the video, I was just the whole time thinking, why the fuck am I even doing this video? I just felt like death. Couldn't even breathe. My lungs just felt like as if they were full of water. It was horrible. But yes, we are back in. So this week coming up, today's Sunday, right? I'm recording this on Sunday the 26th. This week coming up, from tomorrow until Friday, I'm going to be away in the jungle, guys. So I also have another. If you're new, you only watch me on the trading YouTube. I also have another YouTube here. You can see it here. I've got it's an adventure channel, right? I'm sponsored by like North Face, Kawasaki, and Insta360 and stuff like that. So I have an adventure channel, and I'm going away to the jungle this week because, as you can see here, I don't know if it's showing. There we go. Look, Warrior Expeditions. So I also have an expeditions company, which started from my YouTube. I was doing like wild adventures, jungles, mountains, volcanoes, and people kept writing to me saying, mate, why don't you do like fucking expeditions and take people with you? And I was like, that's a good idea. So eventually I did do expeditions, and it's fucking exploded. So I have an event coming up this June with Ollie Ollerton from SAS Who Dares Wins and Lindsay Bruce from the SAS. Oddly enough, Ollie was SBS, but he's in the TV show SAS Who Dares Wins, but Lindsay Bruce was SAS. And we're doing a thing this June that I put together. It's called the Special Forces Jungle Phase. So in the UK, everybody always wants to know, when they speak to a Special Forces soldier, what was the jungle phase like? Now, although the jungle phase isn't the last part of selection, you can still fail after that. Most people say the jungle is that hard that if you pass the jungle phase, there's like a 90% chance you're going to pass the rest of SAS selection unless you fuck up, right? So I put together an expedition where we're gonna bring a bunch of civilians to the jungle in June. I've got one location that I've already wrecked, but I have a second location as a backup. You always need a backup in Indonesia in case something happens. You might go to the first location and there's been a landslide, and you turn up and they're like, oh, sorry, there's been a landslide, you can't go in, and you're like, fuck. So I don't want to get caught out, right? So we need to prepare. And we need to plan for all potential eventualities. So basically, this week I'm going to the jungle. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fly through this week's fundamentals. We will have a quick look at the technical analysis side of it as well, okay? And what I might do, because I'm going away, I might place, what do you call it, like buy stops and sell stop, buy orders and sell orders, right? So that if I'm away and it hits my zone, then I just let it go, okay? So, if any of you want to follow my channel, there it is. Boli Bolang. Here's some of my stuff here, the volcanoes. There's a jungle trip right there. Okay, let's get back to it. So, what I'll do is I'll make this bigger. First of all, keep forgetting display. Because some of you say, I know it's a weird one, because some of you are like, mate, I can't see the fucking screen, it's too, like, it looks too small for you guys. But then, look, that's all my fucking tablets from last week, honestly. But then when I watch it on my phone, it's absolutely fine, so I don't get it, you know what I mean? Right, let's see what we've got here. Okay. Pen, where is my pen? I actually normally get this stuff prepared, but people keep taking my fucking pens. Right, currency. As always, guys, write down on your notebooks currency strength. Strong, weak, neutral. Okay. Right away, I'm putting Japanese yen in weak. We will look at it, but I'm just putting it in weak right away. No, it's weak. CAD, I'm putting it in weak. Neutral, I'm putting in CHF because it's just always neutral. Probably going to put NZD as well, but let's just check it first. Right, let's go. So as always, you come up to the filter. We do one currency pair at a time, apart from the first one, which is AUD, China, and NZD. Okay, and it's because they're all closely correlated. It's called positive correlation. If China does well, AUD will do well. If China does bad, AUD will do bad, right? That's called positive correlation because they move with each other, right? Now, USD and AUD, so the US dollar and the Aussie dollar, that's called negative correlation because they move in opposites. If the USD is doing well, Aussie will tend to be doing bad. If USD is doing bad, Aussie will tend to do well. So they move in polar opposites, right? So that's called negative correlation. They're correlated, but negatively away from each other. If it's positively correlated, they will move with each other. Same like if you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, when Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up. When Bitcoin comes down, Ethereum comes down, right? That's positive correlation. Where are we? Right, let's, was that last week? Yes, it was. Let's get through this. Bullish, nothing. Bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish. Okay, so a bit of mixed data there. AUD is actually doing well. Good data on that. NZD is a bit of mixed data. Trade balance is doing well. Let's see what we've got coming up for next week. Oh, this week coming up, sorry. We've got AUD CPI. We want to see that. Trim CPI. Manufacturing, non-manufacturing. China, we want to see that. Rating manufacturing, yep. PPI quarter on quarter. So commodity prices. So there's stuff that we want to see next week, alright? What did I have? Oz at last week. I had it in neutral. It is doing all right. What's the? They've got the highest central bank rate. So you could either. I would think that AUD is a kind of weak bullish. Let's see. I can't remember because I never check it before I've done this. Let's see what Prime Market Terminal says about it. Where are we? Central bank. Banking trades. Yeah, where's the bloody? There we go. Okay. Where are we? AUD bullish. Okay. I was going to say weak bullish. Now, bear in mind, this is only up until the 26th, so this is up until today, right? Today's the 26th. This changes on a Monday, and that's why it's a little bit frustrating, because when I show you this on a Sunday, this might be changed, right? But as I said, look, this is a great tool to use. It's fantastic. However, if you know how to read and understand that, you don't always need it, right? It's just a nice little confirmation for you. And like I said, I might say something is bearish, right? And you might go on there and it says something is bullish. This is where context comes in. They're talking about, is it bullish this week or bearish this week? Whereas I'm talking about, is it bullish or bearish over the course of the next year? You know what I mean? Because every pair will, even if it's bullish, it will come up. It will then come back down, right? It will then go back up again. So when I'm saying it's bullish, for example, and it's coming down here, and they're saying it's bearish, they're talking about this, right? They're talking about this little move here. I'm talking about this entire move being bullish, you know? Because I'm swing trading, so I'm taking it for the longer positions. They're talking about what's it doing right now. I'm talking about what's it doing overall. Down, back up. So I'm talking about the long-term position, right? Hope that makes sense. So both are right, you know. The context is important with trading. You can't just look at something and say, oh, fucking hell, that's it. It's bullish. Well, bullish in what context? Are you talking about scalp trading? Are you talking about days, swings, you know? Are you talking about, yeah, there's loads of stuff to take into consideration, right? For it to make sense. So, where are we? China, we don't mark down. NZD, I'm going to keep it as weak. Now, it may be, you know, strong just now in the short term, but I'm not. The economy overall is not strong. And AUD, I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that back strong, actually. Moving on, right? We'll fly through this, guys. I won't keep you too long today because I need to go and pack all my gear for the jungle as well, and that takes about fucking 5 hours. Let's see. So again, don't get caught out that this is red and go, oh, bearish. Look, it's bullish. It was previously 0.5, now it's 0.9. So it's increased. So that's bullish. The reason why Forex Factory makes it red is because it was forecast to come in at 1.1 and it didn't come in as high as forecasted. So it came in lower than forecast. So they've made it red. But it has actually increased since the previous was 0.5, right? So it should actually be green. You know what I mean? That's why they make it confusing. So don't just look at a colour being green or red and be like, oh, if it's red, it must mean bearish. If it's green, it means bullish. No, it doesn't mean that at all, okay? So bullish, because it hasn't changed. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish, bearish. So a bit of mixed data there, right? CAD, I've already put it in weak because it is weak. But remember, the Canadian dollar gets its strength from oil, right? So if oil price continues to fly, if you look at another Canadian pair on Forex, and you think, well, why is CAD going strong? It's going strong because if oil price goes up, it will get strength from that, okay? But it's not a real fundamental economical strength, okay? It's important to remember that. It's just a temporary oil price strength. Yeah, we've got some news next week we want to see, okay? So nothing major. So CAD is weak. CHF is always neutral because... Wait there, sorry, it's getting echoey. We never trade that based on data, right? Because data never changes; it's always the same. We trade it based on, risk off sentiment. If markets are risk on, essentially you want to be selling CHF. Okay, there's a very layman's way terms of telling you it, but that's the way it is. If it's markets are risk on, you want to be selling CHF. If markets are risk off, you want to be buying CHF. Okay, and it's because CHF is a safe haven currency, right? Japanese yen, Swiss franc, NZD, and actually USD. USD is both a risk on and a risk off currency. It just depends on the context. Again, if Americans start a war with someone and they're the ones that are creating the risk on, risk off, then of course at that point the USD would not be a safe haven because that's the one that's causing the trouble, right? But if it's like Russia and Ukraine kicking off, which doesn't thing with the US, then the USD is potentially a safe haven, okay? As well as gold. That's why gold moves up when something kicks off. What we got here? The euro, okay. Bullish, bearish, 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 bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, bearish. Okay, so that's not good. This week we've got, because last week Euro I had it in strong, but I did say to you, remember it's a weak bullish, and it was a weak bullish if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, Euro. Yeah, there we go. Look, weak bullish. Yes, it was. Where are we? Next week we've got CPI, German, Spanish. So when it comes to Euro, remember we only really care about German and French. We don't really care about Spain and Italy because they're not large enough economies to actually make the Eurozone move. We do look at the information and take it in, but it's not the main factors. Okay, the main ones that we really, really care about are Germany and France. Yeah, we've got tons of news next week for the Euro, okay, so let's bear that in mind. Moving on to pound. Let's see what we got here, guys. This is why I love swing trading, guys, because I can take a trade, or I can even set buy limits, sell limits, buy orders, stop orders, and so on. And then I can fuck off to the jungle for a week, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, and I don't have to care about the trade. When I come back, it's either going to have hit a stop loss, or hit my take profit. That or might still be running, you know, it might still be going. But I don't have to sit there every day fucking checking my phone. Oh, am I up today? Am I down today? I just fucking let it go. And my risk is only like 1% of the account. So if it hits my stop loss, I've only lost 1%. Who cares? You know what I mean? But because you let the swing trades run, you can get back huge percentages by risking a small amount of money. And that's the key, right? Staying in the game as long as possible. What we got here? Pound. Okay, sticky. Bearish. Bearish. Don't be fooled that it's green, it's bearish. Bullish. Bullish. Bearish. Bullish. 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 Bearish. Bullish. Bullish. Bearish. Bearish. Bullish. Okay, so that's fairly bullish. I'm going to place it in strong. Oh, sorry, where did I put euro? Euro was bad news, but I'm going to keep it in strong. However, bear in mind that it's a weak bullish, okay? It's weak bullish. It's not super strong. That's for euro. Sorry, I forgot to put that in. And for GBP, I'm also going to put that in strong. However, I'm going to keep it in mind that it's weak bullish, okay? That's really good data, but it's weak bullish for now. Might be slightly converting into the stronger side, but we need more data to support that. Japanese yen, bullish, bearish, bullish. Okay, not amazing news. Oh, sorry, here we are, this week. Bearish, bullish, 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 bullish. Okay, so that's good. That's good data. So, but the Japanese economy as a whole is fucked, right? They've just had one good week. It's still weak for me now because I'm talking about the long game, right? Let's just jump across to. Oh, there we go. Pound Japanese yen, right? Sorry. So, what you might see is pound might show weakness this week. For example, Japanese yen might show strength, and it might go like this. Right? You might even look on Prime Market Terminal and it says Japanese yen strong, GBP weak for this week. Okay? Now, it'll probably come down like this, which means that the likes of Prime Market Terminal and stuff is all correct because it's Japanese strong, GBP is weak, right? And then it goes. But I'm not talking about what it's going to do here. When I say something is strong or weak, I'm talking about this, you know? Is it remaining strong? Now, even when something is remaining strong, you do get these pullbacks. Look, pullback, go, pullback, go, pullback, go, you know? I don't care about these. This is what I'm after, you know? Is it still bullish or not, you know? And that does many things for you. It doesn't only allow you to take better trades, take better quality trades, right? It also prevents you from taking shit trades. Because look, would you rather risk 1% and trade from here to here with 1%, right? Which is still going to be a profit. Or would you rather risk 1% here and fucking take it to here on that 1%? Of course, you're going to much rather take that. So wait for the pullback, wait for it to hit the zone, enter, and away you go. And then, you know, it's just a fucking much better quality trade with a lot less of your time and input, you know. So this week coming up, we've got a lot of news. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of decent news here that we want to see for Japanese yen. Keeping that in week. NZD, we've done that. So we're on to USD now, guys. And then that is us. Let's go back. Where are we? Okay, bullish, 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 bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish, bearish. Okay, mixed data, but it is overall strong. Yeah, we've got a lot of news next week. What date is next week? Is it NFP next week? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, next week should be NFP. Why is it not showing there? Because it's the first Friday of every month, right? Oh, that's the first Friday. Let's see if it's next week. It shouldn't be. It should always be the first Friday. See? So I don't know why that's not showing. It should be NFP next week, guys. Non-farm payroll. Weird. Very weird that that's not showing up. So let's see if that's going to happen. But we've got tons of news, right? So last week I had USD in strong. I'm going to keep it in strong. So what I've got for this week is strong AUD, Euro, which is weak bullish, GBP, weak bullish, and USD bullish, okay? Weak Japanese yen, CAD, Canadian dollar, and NZD, New Zealand dollar. Neutral, CHF, because it's just always neutral, okay? I'll say it one more time. Strong AUD, Euro, GBP, USD. Weak Japanese yen, CAD, NZD. Neutral, CHF. Now, all you do, for anyone who's new here, when you come across to your pair, right? People say, "Oh, just select 2 pairs and become a master of it." Fuck off, you silly cunts. You're not going to master it, right? You can get used to it, but you can't master a pair, because the bottom line is, whatever 2 pairs you focus on are always going to be affected by fucking news, world events, geopolitical events, Trump's fucking tweets, right? It's all going to be affected by it. So you're never going to master 1 pair or master 2 pairs. Yes, pairs do move differently, and they do 100% have their own little characteristics and give bigger moves for you get a lot more bang for your buck, and so on and so forth. There's some pairs that you measure it from here to here, right? And it's like 97 pips, and you think, what the fuck? And then there's other pairs you measure it from here to here, and it's fucking 700 pips. You know, absolutely. But the whole master 2 pair stuff, unless you're scalping and stuff like that, if you're doing swing trading, I'm talking about, yeah, or even day trading, if you learn how to read fucking this and come up with this strong, weak, and neutral, you now know what you're trading, right? So look at all these pairs here. You think, oh my god, that just fries my brain having to look at all those pairs. Well, see, when you do this, you don't have to look at all these pairs, because this fucking tells you what to look at. You now go like that, right? Strong AUD, Euro, GBP, USD. Weak Japanese yen, CAD, NZD. So I now come up here. AUD, Japanese yen. I'm looking to buy this, right? I now know I'm looking to buy this. So I'm just waiting for it to come back down, retest, reject, and away it goes. I'm not entering this, so I don't need, and I'm like, right, that's fucking miles away. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this up, my alert up, so if it comes back down, retest this zone, I'm going to enter the trade. That's it. Next, what we got? AUD CAD. Right, I'm looking to buy this. Look, the candles are also above the 200 EMA on the higher time frames. I'm looking to buy this. Can I buy it here? No, because there's no value to buy it, so you have to wait for it to pull back. So let's just say it pulls back, bish, bash, bosh, might even come to here, right? So it comes to here, boom, I'm going to enter the buy, and away it goes. So I don't have to waste my time, you know what I mean? And you can set alerts for all this. What's next? AUD, NZD, AUD, NZD. I'm looking to buy this. Look, it's a fucking buy. Look at how simple it is. I can tell you from here, before I even look at the screen, if it's a buy or if it's a sell. It's a fucking buy. And you can see here, it's an uptrend. What do we do in uptrends? We fucking buy it. So but you can't buy from here, because this is just too high, right? That I think there's no value to buy it from here. The higher probability is that if you buy here, it's going to go like this, and then it's going to give you a pullback. And you're going to go, oh fuck, you're instantly in drawdown. Wait for the pullback. Just wait for the fucking pullback, and then you enter it, right? Let's look at EuroCAD. I'm just going off here. And all you're doing is looking at a strong one and matching it to a weak. Right, EuroCAD, what we got here? It's a fucking buy. We are in a beautiful area here to buy from. And if you look at the candles, you've got a really good signal here. Look, boom, doji, bang, away we go. Now, let's just see, you don't just jump in at this point. This is a fantastic example. You don't just jump in at this point, because there's multiple areas here. It can come here, it can come here, and it can come here. So how do you know which one is the best value? Well, you use your Fibonacci. Come across. Now, what is the Fibonacci? It's areas of value, right? So look, this is rejecting here, right? And we could argue it's on the 500 or the 382, right? Let's bang on the 382 line. Now, there's no value there for me. I usually don't take trades that come to the 382. Now, can you make money on them? Yes. But the higher probability with them is that they will have a deeper retest because there's no value. So what you're looking for is the 618, which is about here, or the 786, which is around here. I love when trades come back to the 786, but sometimes it doesn't always happen because it has to have a big pullback, right? So it could potentially come back to here, the 618. Now, it could just continue to fly from here. I'm not going to be taking this trade from the 382 because it's just one of my rules. I don't trade if there's no value. I have already defined my areas of value as the 618 and the 786. That's it. 500 isn't really a value to me. 382 definitely is of no value to me. So what I'll be waiting for is this. Boom, boom, look, reject here, potentially come up, reject this area here, right? So bang, then it will go fuck off, pull away back down, hit everybody's stop losses who entered this trade here, generate liquidity, boom, 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 right? So I really want this trade to come in here. That's when I'm really giving a shit about this trade, right? And if it doesn't come here and it just simply takes off from here and like you would say, oh, you've missed the trade, I don't care because it wasn't a good trade, right? You don't have to take everything. That's not a good trade. It's not good value. So that's how I define it. All right, I'm waiting for it to come back here. Let me just set this. So alert on. There we go. EuroCAD. I'm just going to write this down just now because I'm going to EuroCAD because I'm going to set like buy orders and stuff tomorrow. I need to do it tomorrow because obviously the markets aren't open today, right? So I can't set trades today. So I'm going to write a note. Oh, wait there. Buy at 618. Okay. So I'm just making a note there to buy it at the 618. Okay, so I'll remind myself tomorrow. Euro CHF, nah. Euro NZD. Yep, so look. So I already said, from looking at the fucking notebook, Euro NZD, you're looking to buy. It's because Euro strong, NZD is weak. And look at what we've got here. Bang on an area of value, right? Bang on there, look. Let's see if it comes in. Let's see if it's of good value to us. Look, here's the 618. Here is the 786. Bang on there. Fuck off, right? Look at the H4. So now it's coming back down here. So, right, what I'll be looking for now, I don't even need to use anything. See this little white candle here, right? When I'll zoom in. See this white candle here? Boom, and then it breaks away and goes. Mark this up on your screen right now. This is in the 4-hour time frame, right? Look, mark that little candle up. Take this away because I know it's a bit annoying seeing so much. What I'm now looking for is, look, bish, bash, bosh. Entering the trade here. That's what you're looking for, right? This is where the volume kicked in. But once it's broken, boom, boom. That right there is the fucking trade. So I'm going to put this just above. Oi. There we go. And what is that? Euro NZD. Euro NZD buy. Okay? And it is as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. So I'm not going to go through all the pairs. I will in my own time, but it's already 30 minutes in this video. What I'm going to do tomorrow for the guys that are in our group, I will put any of the limit orders in here in the signals, right? So you can copy them. Okay? And you can get cracking on that. If you would like to join our Discord channel, where you get full mentorship, look, you can copy our trades. You can copy everything. So my business partner, Lee, he gives scalps, and I give swing trades, right? So I maybe give like 1 to 3 trades a month if you're lucky. Lee gives 2 to 3 trades every day, right? So you can make money copying it. That's Jevons. Where are we? In fact, just come here. Trade results of this week. Here we go. Look, there's Alex. 247 or 316, sorry. Alex again, another 477. Lee 2,400. Andreas 29. Andreas 23. Obviously smaller account, and so on. You get the picture, right? So, if you would like to join our mentorship, it's not just courses. We do have the courses, which I have created. I'll just show you up here. Here we go, look. I have the full-blown courses for you, teaching you how to do it. Absolutely everything in here for you, right, to learn. And then we provide mentorship as well, okay? So if you want to join that, down in the description in this YouTube video, you will see the details to join that, okay? I hope this has been useful for you. I'm Ryan Mack. This is Trading Guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you when I get back from the jungle. Take care. Bye-bye.